Hey everybody, so I got a new power station system to show you. Now this one is a little unique compared to all the other ones I've ever done, since this one has a hot swappable system and a couple other adapters that I'll show you. It's pretty cool. Now this one was sent over for me to test out, but let's go ahead and dive in and I'll show you everything. Now this one does come with the solar panel as well. You got 4 of the batteries, we got some adapters, we got the solar panel adapters. I'll just show it to you all here. All right, so this is the power station. As you can see, it's a pretty decent sized one. It's longer than it is wider. And back here, you're gonna see where there's gonna be 2 batteries. And what's really cool though is that, like I said, these are hot swappable. So you could be using this and you can swap out the batteries as you're using it. You just press the button and you just pull these out. Now these ones are charged up and you do get 4 of these total. You could also press the button and it'll let you know how much charge is on it as well. You can charge these individually without being in the machine. I will also show you that. On the back, you'll see that there is a plug, which you'll be able to put the adapters on there. I'll show you that as well here in just a moment. And this will work with either 1 or 2, but of course I would recommend always having 2 and then having 2 already charged or charging. Now, if we take a look at the front panel here, you'll see that it will let you know your percentage. I have it at 100 because I already charged it up. It's going to show you that you have a battery 1, battery 2 in the banks. It's going to let you know your output watts, your input watts. So if you're charging, it's going to let you know how well it's charging. It's also going to let you know how much time is left on either draining or charging as well. I'll show you a couple examples. The LED light, you could use that. That is super, super bright. I don't ever use these, but it blinded me. You could also dim it down, brighten it up, and you press and hold it to turn it on and off. You got your DC power, so you can turn that on and off, and you can run your DC. So you could do like what you'd plug into your car. And then you also got a couple 12-volt outlets here that you could also plug in like adapters and stuff. Then you also have a direct power 100-watt output, also input, so you can charge this up with Type-C as well. That gives a third option for charging it. Then you got a couple 3.0s, and then you got another 100-watt direct power down here. So these are great for like charging your tablets, your laptops, and everything while you're out on the go. And then of course you got your 2 AC outlets, which has a maximum of 600 watts, and you can turn that on and off. When you turn it on, you are going to hear a fan, and when you're using it, the fan will kick on if it gets warm. Now, a couple of these other batteries, I have them drained. That way I can show them on like the solar panel here in a few minutes. So if we press the button, you'll see that it's only partially charged on these ones. Now I wanted to show you these adapters. So these are pretty neat. Now you're not going to be able to plug in everything in this, of course, but this is an 80-watt, 110-volt adapter. And what you could do is you could plug this into this battery pack here, and now you got a little portable charger where you can like charge up a laptop or something that doesn't need a whole lot of power. You got a maximum 80 watts, and this will charge up some stuff for you. Then we also have this adapter, and this one is going to give you your direct power, 100 watts, another one there, and then you got a couple 3.0s, so if you just need an extra spare battery to charge up some devices, like your phones and stuff while you're camping and everything, you can just plug that in and pass that around and everybody can charge up their phones. It also does come with a 180-watt AC power adapter. Now we also get this little baggie of goodies, which is going to have our different parts for our solar panel and stuff. All right, so this piece here, what this does is it actually lets you connect it directly to those external batteries. So let's say your power station is completely charged up and you want to put your solar panel to charge up those spare batteries, you can use this adapter and you can charge those other batteries at the same time. Then of course you do have your solar panel adapter here, and because it does have the normal plugs, and then you connect it for this one. Now I haven't used it, but it also does come with a car charger as well, so you could use this in a 12-volt cigarette lighter. Now as for the solar panel, I think I'm going to have to take this outside to kind of show you everything there, but this is a 100-watt solar panel from them. And then I'll show you where you can connect it. You'll see that you have your cord. Now I do wish this cord was just a little bit longer, but it should be fine. And then we just hook this up to the adapter. Then we get our solar panel unfolded. Let's go ahead and take this outside and I'll show it to you. All right, so we are outside. It is super bright. I'm going to attempt to show this to you here in the shade, and then I'll get it in the sun and try it out for you. Now, this on the back, you're going to see that this solar panel is pretty wide compared to some of them. It does have these little legs here that you'll be able to pop out to stand it up. And then with those legs, you can just adjust it how you like it. I'm going to go ahead and set it up somewhere and then plug it in and show you. All right, so I'm going to attempt to show you that I got these plugged in. So we got the adapter. Also, this adapter, you can plug it into the house cord as well. They are flashing, they are charging. I'm not sure if I'm picking that up. Hopefully we can. These cords, super easy to plug in. You just connect the cords, and that's pretty much all you got to do there. Okay, so I swapped the batteries out and put the ones that are partially dead in here. And man, I don't know if I can get this to show up here with it so bright. Right now we're showing 37%. We're getting 71 watts on the solar panel and 5 hours to charge it. All right, since it was so bright, it was hard to really see the screen. I moved this solar panel closer to the shade, and it's not really the ideal location because the sun is actually facing the other direction. But maybe I can show you the screen a little bit better. So if we come in and we take a look at the screen, it's going to show you that we're at the 37%. Right now we're not getting that full wattage, we're getting 55, and it's going to be 7 hours to charge based on that 55 watts. I had to come back in. It is just way too hot outside to finish showing this to you. Now, I want to show you at least a couple examples of using it for power. This is rated for 600 watts, like I mentioned. It's not for appliances. You're not going to want to use this for like blenders, heaters, things like that. It's going to zap a lot of juice. But this is definitely going to be great for like your tablets, your laptops, just all your normal everyday use devices. Now, I do have a small appliance here. So for those that are off grid, you live the RV life, whatever, you just are curious if this would power something, I have this little dash unit. Now this is a 350 watt unit, and it is a pretty small personal cooker. And this would be, I think, the good test to find out if you can actually cook with this. All right, so we'll go ahead and get this plugged in. Go ahead and turn on the AC power here, and it should kick on in just a second. All right, yeah, it's working. So we got output, it's heating up now. And so right now we're approaching the 300 watts. It's hard for me to see it like that, so I'm gonna come here in the front. So far we are at 282 watts. I know it is heating up. So we're at 283 watts. And with that cooker, at least based on this wattage, you'd be looking at 2 hours. So you're not going to get a whole lot of cooking out of this thing, which this is not what it's meant for anyway. You want a much bigger, more powerful system to be able to cook with it. So let's say you want to use your laptop or something like that. We can just go over here and we can use the DC here. Go ahead and get that turned on. And it shows here that it is Type-C connected. And then we have our MagSafe cord. So I'll go ahead and hook that up to my MacBook. And we are charging away. Now, right now, my battery is pretty charged up. But I wanted to give you an idea. Now, as I'm using it, usually it uses an idle about 20 to 30 watts, depending on what I'm doing. I could get a lot of hours. So if you're using very little power, this will last you a long time. All right, well, hopefully this quick demonstration gives you a decent idea what to expect with this one, how it works, and some ideas of what you could do with it and what to kind of expect from it. I will say that this is a pretty solid system. I do really like this one. This is probably the coolest one that has been sent to me, just because it has all these different adapters and options that you can do, and I've never had a hot-swappable one, so that's pretty cool. And this is perfect, so if you want to go camping or you lost power, emergency outage, something like that. I take these when I go camping, usually a couple of these, because usually one of us still has to work when we go camping, and we need to power our laptops and our phone and everything for hotspot. But if you are looking for something that works really well, has some options, is pretty neat, definitely take a look at this one. I really like this one.